Shalom to the hope elected Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Native American, West Indian Haitians. Gotta give all praise to Bahasham, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elders, Apostle Great Millstone, who teach well. This is sincere salutation to all the Yahawah, pushing the truth, believing the truth, called 4 corners of the earth. This is sincere salutation for the Yahawah and Knock that have been tuning in. This is Michael, defending Israel forever. Lord willing to be edifying. So we're gonna just do a little debriefing with my spiritual teacher, Azariah. We're gonna go over some more proof for you to see who we're really talking about. Everybody think we're talking about all these people who own you, whatevers. We're not talking about none of them. We're talking about the ones behind the scene. But I like the way that he shows it because he's an excellent teacher. So, Lord willing, this be edifying.
Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahawah, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahawah, and his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahawashi. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahawashi. So we gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready to accept it or not. In the sincere salutation, taught the heart and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope of the elect. And shalom to the Yahawah who are listening and learning. If your sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from Jim Mesolino, coming at you with another lesson of truth, facts, faith, and edification. Hello, the day of edification, Lord, witness be edified. So I titled this lesson, the least of the flock should draw them out. And I ain't gonna make this too long. I just want to make some points. Because lately, I've been mentioning, I've been reading Revelation 16 and as Elder Manat Bob been actually going into this too. So I kind of been going into this a lot lately. Revelation 16, because the last few prophecies is Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast being made mandatory, World War III, right? These are the last few prophecies that we are waiting for. The MOTB being made mandatory, Jacob's trouble, and World War III. So, dealing with World War III, because a new article so this is an article from yesterday. Let me I just want to read it here from I put it in the chat, dealing with Putin, right? With Russia. So it says, let me open it real quick. So it says, Putin readies world's most powerful Satan II nuclear missile for combat duty. So we keep telling Jake, well, I don't hear too much more of it now about ain't no missiles in the Bible. You know, a few years ago, a couple years ago, there was a lot going around about ain't no missiles in the Bible and other things, right? The MOTB, it ain't talking about the MOTB ain't talking about the mark in Revelation 13 and others. But it say Putin readies world's most powerful Satan II nuclear missile for combat duty. So, dealing with World War III, which is prophecy. So this is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 12, it reads, one woe is past, and behold, there'll come two woes more hereafter. So there's world one. It reads as one world war is past, and here comes the second woe, right? Well, Revelation 11:14, the brother got right here. Revelation 11:14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? Just some point. I did a lesson the other day. I ain't finna go back through all the precepts. I just want to kind of hit this real quick, not make it too long. In Isaiah 9:5 it reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, right? This World War III is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, right? So verse 18 reads, Isaiah 9:18, for wickedness burneth as the fire, it shall devour the briars and thorns, which is 2/3 of our people and heathens, and it shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, which is here in Babylon the Great, America, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. And I went into this other day in the lesson I did. They worried about Russia, and they should be. They are really worried. They are really worried about Russia, and they should be. Through the wrath of the Lord, Isaiah 9:19, through the wrath of Yahawashi of hosts, is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. And that's talking about, if you know about a bonfire or any fire, you sit around a campfire, the more wood you add, like when the fire gets low, you add more wood to it, and the fire, it blazes up higher, it get bigger. So it say, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. Okay? The more people, the bigger the fire going to be. Because, hey, 2/3 of our people and heathen going to be destroyed, man, by missiles. A lot of people's judgment is going to come by the way of those intercontinental ballistic missiles. They ain't going to die by famine or pestilence or by the sword. They're going to die by the missiles, man. And the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. Right? So, this on the screen, it said the people shall be as the fuel of the fire, man. Now, this on the screen, it's called the global elite, the globalists, right? So they got a lot of different agendas on here. They got home, world, U.S., globalist agenda. She just say secret society, world order, the globalists. They got health, big pharma, fluoride, food, GMOs, vaccines. They got science and tech, space, transhumanism, right? Media, documentaries, interviews, talks, lectures. You got more. You got ancient civilization, astrology. You got astrology, awareness, DIY. So, but what I want to show you is, because in Revelation 16, the Lord already had this written in the scriptures before this was on Google. Before the internet was created, the Lord had this written in the scriptures, man. And I've been reading this a lot lately. So right here it say Trinity of globalist control, right? Now they got the City of London Corporation, financial power, established in 1067. District of Columbia, military power, established in 1871. Vatican City, religious power, sovereign in 1929. All three are separate states, completely independent of their respective countries. Key players of the one world order, it said in order of importance, Lord Jacob D. Rawchaa, his son Nathaniel, Baron David D. Rawchaa, Sir Evelyn D. Rawchaa, Benjamin D. Rawchaa, which is 5. How many sons did Esau have? Go look it up. In Genesis 36, Esau had 5 sons. How many sons did Maya Amshel Bauer have? He had 5 sons. Can't make this up. Esau had 5 sons, man. Okay? And out of his 5 sons came the Dukes of Edom. And what is the names of these Edomites? That's I did a lesson on it. Now, Tyler did. You ain't Greeks. You ain't Romans. You ain't Caucasian. You are the Dukes of Edom. And I went through the names. Of these Edomites in England, in France, all over the world, and their titles. Who established those countries was the Dukes of Edom, man. Go look it up. It's on Google, man. Okay, they ain't Greeks. They ain't Romans. Okay, they ain't Caucasians. They the Dukes of Edom, man. And Esau had 5 sons. Maya Bauer had 5 sons, man. Hey, you can't make this up. So it say, Lord Jacob D. Rawchaa, his son Nathaniel, Baron David D. Rawchaa, Sir Evelyn D. Rawchaa, Benjamin D. Rawchaa. There's a lot of them. But you see how they named the 5 key players, 5 Rawchaa's. They say David Rockefeller Jr., Henry Kissinger, George Soros, Lord Blankfein, right? Now what I want to show you is, let me go back. So it say, the power behind the committee of the 300 is the Anglo-Jewish, because they call themselves the Anglo-Saxons. And we know Anglo-Saxons mean angelic sons of Isaac. See how they say Anglo-Jewish? Cousinhood that dominate the financial and political systems of the world. The cousinhood includes the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers, Goldsmiths, Makata, Montefiore, Sassoon, Wahlberg, Samuel, Kadori, Franken, Warren, Stern, and Cohen's families. So here are the key players. And it's like 60 names here. Starting with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers. You see it? Everybody here, all these families are here. Okay? The Waltons, who own the Walmarts, the Russell, Guinness, Bush, McDonald's, the Gettys. All these families are here. Now, what I want to show you is right here, because this is in the scriptures. Trinity of globalist control. So again, it say, City of London Corporation, financial power, right? The money, that's EU. 1067 established. District of Columbia, military power, established 1871. That's NATO. Vatican City, religious power, sovereign in 1929. You see it? That's the religion. It say all 3 are separate states, completely independent of their respective countries. Now, the Lord had this already in the scriptures, man. Let's read it. In Revelation 16 and 13, it reads, and I saw 3. What does it say right here? All 3 are separate states, completely independent of their respective tribe, of their respective countries. Now you got to think to yourself, this can't be made up, man. This is in the scriptures, but somebody downloaded this and put it on Google for us to see it. Because you know, with Jake, seeing is believing, right? The Lord said in Matthew 16, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, right? There shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonah, right? In Matthew 16 and 4. Now, the prophet's been telling you about who's in control of the planet, right? Them that sit behind the scenes. Jake think because Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and what's this slow belly guy name? Bill Gates got a few billions. They think they control the planet. They don't own nothing, man. Okay? Your football teams own us. Your baseball and basketball and soccer team own us. They don't got no money, man. Okay? They don't got no money, man. We talking about them that sit behind the scenes, that control the planet, that control all the freights at the ports, that control all these cargo ships that go back and forth with goods and services. We talking about who control that stuff, man. Okay? Who own the Whole Foods? Who own the Publix and the Walmarts and the BJ's and Costco's and the Sam's Clubs? We talking about these people who own the car dealerships, who own where all your clothes and food come from. We talking about them behind the scenes. These be they. The power behind the 300, the power behind the committee of 300, the Anglo-Jewish. These be they, man. See right here? Key players of the one world order, man. We ain't talking about these slow-belly Warren Buffetts. They don't got no money, man. Now, so it say, Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast. We know the dragon is who? The Roman Empire. And out of the mouth of the beast. Who is the beast? EU and NATO. And out of the mouth of the false prophet, which is who? Right here. Vatican City. Now, why is this on Google? So you can see that it line up with Revelation 16 and 13, man. You can't make this up, man. The Lord is cold, man. Here it is, these devils been trying to hide their power, but this is on Google. Trinity of globalist control. Can't make this up. Revelation 16 and 13 again. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, the Roman Empire, and out of the mouth of the beast, EU and NATO, and North America, Babylon the Great together, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, which is Vatican City, right? Because Roman Catholic Church control all religions on the planet. Verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils, deceivers, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. To do what, Lord? To gather them to the battle of the great day of the power almighty. You see? Verse 16, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Right? So here it is, these 3 unclean spirits is right here on Google. Now, their job is to do what? He just said it. The 3 unclean spirits' job is to do what? Let's read again. Revelation 16 and 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which they doing, allegedly, with their technology. And they using Elon Musk to deceive the world, right? With his brain, whatever, healing paraplegics, quadriplegics, dementia, right? These different ailments, allegedly, right? Making fire come down with their atomic bombs, fat man and little boy, as they tell you in Revelations 13, right? They say, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them, who? The kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of the power almighty. So the elite's job is to gather all the kings of the nations and draw them for battle, man. It's heavy, because it tell you that in Jeremiah 50 and 45. Let's read it. Jeremiah 50 and 45, it reads, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, that he have taken against Babylon, and his proposes that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who is the least of the flock? Right here. Key players of the one world order. Lord Jacob D. Rawchaa, his son Nathaniel, Baron D. David Rawchaa, Baron David D. Rawchaa, Sir Evelyn Rawchaa, which just passed away, allegedly. He back in the spiritual realm. Evelyn Rawchaa, Benjamin D. Rawchaa, David Rockefeller Jr., Henry Kissinger will soon pass if he ain't already dead. George Soros will soon be tapped out. So these key players are these guys on the screen right here, man. I'm gonna keep it in the red because these top families right here. Now, the family that's not in the red is Getty's. The Getty's on here too, but they ain't in the red. Let's scroll down a little bit. You see DuPonts? The apostles always used to mention Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Gettys, DuPonts, right? So you got the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts. They mostly in North Carolina, cause they got there's a place in North Carolina where they anyway. So you got the Vanderbilt, but you got DuPonts, right? You got Disney, Bundy, Bush, Russell, Guinness, but you make that bill. So right here, oh, the Gettys is in the ring. Right here, the Gettys. Then you got the Waltons, who make the Walmarts. You got Coach. You got the Mars. You got Johnson, right? You got, and they got two Johnsons on here. Right here, you got S.C. Johnson family. You got Perkins. You got Kellogg. Okay, Americans, 60 families. These them. It say the United States is owned. Here we go. The United States is owned and dominated today by a hierarchy. What's this? A hierarchy. So like you, let me get it right. Hold on. Bear with me. I want to make sure I say this right. Let me play it here. Hierarchy. Salakia. Hierarchy. A system of organization in which people of groups are ranked one above the other according to status or authority. So it says the United States is owned and dominated today by a hierarchy of its 60 richest families. Okay? It say buttressed by no more than 90 families or lesser wealth. These families are the living center of the modern industrial oligarchy, which dominates the United States, functioning discreetly under the jure Democrat form of government, behind which a de facto government, absolutist, which is that Latin, it say in its lineaments has gradually taken from since the Civil War. They say this government is actually the government of the United States, informal, invisible, shadowy. It is the government of money in a dollar democracy. You see it, 60 families. So, who put this on Google, man? For it to be seen. Yahawashi did, man. Okay? Because Jake need to see something. Well, it's already in the scriptures, man. And then these least jobs is to draw out who? Let's get it. Because it said, let's read this again. Jeremiah 15:45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahawah that he hath taken against Babylon, and his proposals that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Who is the them? It's the Edomites. Okay? It's the elites. Here is 2 Ezra 11:39, because it say, he shall make their habitation desolate with them. This is the Edomites. In 2 Ezra 11:39, it reads, are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, which is the dragon, Roman Empire, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times may come through them. See the same thing in Jeremiah 15:45. Okay? That he may make their habitation desolate with them. The Edomites. It said in Revelation 16, their job is to draw out all the kings of the nations, to gather them to the battle for in the day of the Lord. So in Revelation 20, right, this whole devil's job when they came out the caves was to do what? Draw all the kings of the earth. Why? Because they put their hands on you Israelites, man. And they got to pay for this. And the Lord got them paying by building missiles and destroying them own selves and destroying their people in the midst of it. Now, 2/3 of Jake that's fallen by the wickedness of the so-called white man through chemtrails and GMO food, contaminated waters, being part of the transformative Decepticon equal to act rights. You want to take part in bestiality and eating abominable foods. Well, 2/3 of Jacob just collateral damage and casualties of war. Just like the so-called white man look at his people, that's on the bottom. They just collateral damage and casualties of war, man. Okay, through all their research, everybody just collateral damage and casualties of war, man. That's all it is. Cause they, even though Goyim mean nations in the Hebrew, Goyim, which is mean nation, but everybody just cattle to these devils. They say they want everybody to tag like cows. So through all the experimenting, right, and pushing their garbage, the world is just nothing to these people, man. So this is Revelation 20:7. Because their whole job is to draw these nations. And that's why these nations are separated from Babylon the Great, man. It say Revelation 20:7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the center of the sea. See, and that's why Putin is stirred up like this, man, because Putin is a special case, man. This is the Lord. Putin is going to be, the Lord say he's using Gog and Magog, right? In Ezekiel 38. He's going to destroy them too. They Edomites as well. But he's using them. So what I said was in Jeremiah 50, right? In 25, it reads, Yahawah have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. But this is the work of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So the Lord have opened his armory. So now you got the BRICS nations, right? Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. And now you got Saudi Arabia, and you got Iran want to join the BRICS, man. Now we know prophecy that Iran and Russia is the same ancient Medo and Persian Empire, man, that took down ancient Babylon. And it's going to happen all over again to Babylon the Great. Ain't nothing new. But this time, the Lord said in Jeremiah 59, he is assembling a multitude of nations to join the Medo and Persian Empire. This is Jeremiah 59, for Lord will raise and call to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. So the Lord is using these devils to stir up the bear, man. But here it is. City of London Corporation, financial power. That's the EU. District of Columbia, military power. That's NATO. Vatican City, religious power. Sovereign 1929. You see? Religion, man. It's right here, man. But it was in the scriptures first. But Jay need to see a sign. Well, you're going to get a sign. You're going to get a sign. When you see the sign, it's going to be too late, man. Ain't going to be no room to repent, man. Because the Lord gave it to us, man. The Lord gave us spiritual fathers that's been feeding us, man. And look, these things all unfold, man. In the end, they're all coming out in the end, man. This is Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And when the apostles went into Revelation 16, long time ago, here it is right here on the screen, man. Before we even found this on Google, the apostles broke it down. And it took the spirit of Yahawashi for you to understand and accept it. I didn't have to find this and see this because the apostles gave it to me years ago. But then I came across it and was like, man, can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. It's right here. The whole breakdown of NATO, EU, these heavy breakdowns. No other camp gave you this, man. Nobody else gave this to you, man. The breakdown of Daniel's 11 and Daniel 7, all the book of Daniel. Nobody gave you that, man. You ain't get that from no other camp. I don't care who you is or where you come from. You ain't get none of this from no other camp, man. The breakdowns in Revelation, you ain't get that from nowhere else, man. Nowhere else. And if you did, don't worry, I'll wait. I want to know who gave it to you. Genesis, Proverbs. Where you get it from? Got it from the apostles, man. All these breakdowns, man, of key prophecy. Got it from the apostles, man. It was in the scriptures the whole time. So anyway, I just want to make some points on this, man. Because here it is. Here it is, right on Google, man. But it's in the scriptures first, man. These devils were set up to stir up that bear, man, to make all these nations go to war. Why? Because they put their hands on us, man. And this is how the Lord playing chess with these devils, man. All these heathen nations. This is how Yahawashi playing chess with these devils, man. Let me close with this. In Psalms 105:3. The Psalms 105 in verse. Let me start at Just start at 5. It's Psalm 105:5, and it reads, "Hey, Shalom to all the Akim and the Outwalk from the coming board. Shalom. Bahasham, Barak, to tuning in. Shalom to the elder. Shalom to Kwan, Bahasham, Barak. This Psalm 105:5. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. And in the Psalm 89, it tell you in Psalm 189:14, it say justice and judgment is the habitation of the Lord's throne, man. So all this we've been living in all these years, over and over in captivity, over and over, to get to the end and see all this is being done for the remnant of Israel, man. Everything is being done because these devils put their hands on the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And this is how the Lord set the movie up. Moving chess pieces, man. Psalm 105:5. Remember his marvelous works that he have done, his wonders, and the judgment of his mouth. O ye seed of Abraham, his servants, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our power. His judgments are in all the earth. Hey, they tell you what is that, Sirach 36. Let them know thee as we have known thee. How did Israel know the Lord? Through judgments, man. Over and over and over, man. Through judgments. But in the end, the kingdom of heaven. It say, he is the Lord Yahawah, our power. His judgments are in all the earth. And no other nation have known the Lord through judgments but Israel. But now we're going to know the Lord through mercy and the other nations through judgment. Just wait. It say verse 8. He had remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. And you got to go and read in Psalm 74, man. When the Lord said, he told our father to teach us these parables of the Bible. That's why the heathen can't get it. Go read Psalm 74, like 1 through 10. The Lord told our fathers to teach us these dark sayings and these parables and these allegories and these similitudes. He told our father to teach us this for generations to come, so we'll teach our children. So in the end days, when you hear this song, as it say in Revelation, they sung as it were a new song, but it's not a new song. We just forgot the words of the song. But then when you heard the song, you were like, oh man, yeah. Which is what? The song of deliverance. The Lord told Moses in Deuteronomy 31, teach a song to the children of Israel. So it say in Psalms 105:8, he have remembered his covenant forever, the word which he have commanded to 1,000 generations. And that's why Christianity don't want to deal with the throne of David, man. Because the throne of David is Yahawashi sitting on the throne of David. And the Lord told David in Psalm 89 that his throne shall be as the sun before him. and as the moon. In Psalms 89, go read it. It's a heavy chapter. And the Lord also said, the throne of David shall be as the days of heaven, man. What's the days of heaven? What's Yahawah known as? The Ancient of Days. So in Psalm 89, he told King David, his throne shall be as the sun and the moon before him, which is what? Continually going up and down. The ordinance forever. And he said, his throne shall be as the days of heaven, man. That's eternity. So again, it says Psalm 105 and 8, he hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob. You can read this in Sirach 44. So the same thing. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, which is not in Africa, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, when they were but a few men in number, yeah, very few and strangers in it. So he say, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sakes. And that's why I say in Revelation 16 and 14, Esau is joining all these kings of these nations for battle. Why? It's right here. Psalm 105 and 13. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sakes. And we're going to see this play out. Saying, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. And what do these devils do? The opposite. They've been doing harm to the worst level of harm, man. The so-called white men did the worst that can be done to Jake, man. Cutting Jake right off and hanging him up with his hands tied behind their back, butt breaking Jake from his wife and kids. These devils, when they came over here, these conquistadors of the Spaniards, they snatched up Gad, Reuben, and Issachar and hung them up 13 at a time, man, and put a fire up on them and slow cooked them and cut open the women and bashed the baby and grabbed the babies by the feet and bashed their heads against the stones, man. They did this. I'm gonna show you they did it. Now you get the book. It's called I forgot something about the Indies when it goes into that, but it was in the scriptures first. Before it was written in the books, it was in the scriptures first. Look at this. 2 Kings. This is 2 Kings 8 and 12. Now, I think it's called Some of the Indies. The brother got the book. That's one book that I don't got. But it show you how they use the number 13, right? Witchcraft. Because these devils say, you can look it up on Google, everything on Google, man. They say they use number 13 for Yahawashi and the disciples, man. Okay? Because you got some slow-bellied niggas like one body in Dallas that say Yahawashi was walking around doing witchcraft, man. Okay? So, and the Edomites say the same thing. So they use number 13 as witchcraft because they say Yahawashi, the 12 disciples, were walking around doing witchcraft. So, this is 2 Kings 8 and 12. These devils hung up Gad, Reuben, and Issachar 13 at a time and burnt them, man. Slow cooked them, man. And the Lord said it right here, 2 Kings 8 and 12. And this is what Elisha telling this guy, Hazael. And Hazael said, why weepeth my Lord? And he answered, he's talking, this Elisha talking to him, because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel. And here's an Edomite. Hazael is an Edomite. He's from the house of Ben-Hadad, okay, an Edomite. And Hazael said, why weepeth my Lord? And he answered, because I know the evil that thou wilt do to the children of Israel. This is before it was written in books. Their strongholds will thou set on fire, and their young men will thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children and rip up their women with child. It's in the scriptures first, man.
And we're gonna do it to you this time. That's what's gonna happen. But the Lord's gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. The Lord's gonna do it. He's gonna make those AI synbots do it. We're gonna go in the chariots because we ain't doing none of that stuff. But on the other side of the world, y'all niggas in trouble because you did that. You're gonna pay for it.
Before I went to the books, the Lord already had in the scripts. Again, because I know the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel, their strongholds wilt thou set on fire, and their young men wilt thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children, to what? To stone, and rip up their women with child. See, that's why King David said this. Psalm 137. Psalm 137, it reads, verse 7, King David said, remember, O Yahawah, the children of Edom. It say, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. You see, because they did it to us first, man.
See?
Isaiah, same difference. Is Isaiah 13.
You're going to pay for that on a mass scale.
And 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. So they're going to watch. They're going to watch the elect dash their children to pieces before their eyes. And then what? It said their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Hey, because the Lord is a just balance. Proverbs 11 and 1, Proverbs 16 and 11.
Yep.
The Lord is a just balance, man.
Yep.
So, yeah. These devils were set up to destroy themselves and to destroy the other nations. Why? Because they put their hands on us, man. They went overboard, as the scriptures say. Zechariah 1 and 15, it reads, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. And they're at ease, man. Now they're saying what? Get over it. Go back to Africa. We all bleed red. We all brothers in Christ.
We're going to see.
One of those lines they give you. Let bygones be bygones, whatever the hell that means. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Because in Isaiah 47 and 6 it reads, I was wroth with my people. When you read in Judges 2 and 14, the Lord said he was hot with Israel. So he sold us into the hand of our enemies, man. Isaiah 47 and 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. God didn't show them no mercy. The so-called white man ain't show you Jakes no mercy. Upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. What it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 48? You should go to your enemy for the one of all things, right? And food, hunger. It says in hunger and thirst and nakedness, and in the one of all things, and he shall put what? A yoke of iron upon thy neck. Isaiah 47 and 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. God didn't show them no mercy. Upon the ancient has thy very heavenly laid thy yoke. Come on, man. So in closing, in James 2 and 13, the Lord say, he reads, for he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Balance.
There it is. So the Lord is gathering these devils. The Lord got the so-called white man, the elites, the least of the flock, gathering the nations, the kings of the earth to battle because they put their hands on us, man. And Lord willing, we endure to the end. Lord willing, we be of those elect men to see the judgment of these devils, man. All 17 heathen nations, man. Lord willing. So I give all praise and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. The honors to the apostles and their bishop and elders, a great millstone who well, who teach well. While the apostles and elders all Israel already accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all I can push in this truth and believe in this truth to the four winds of the earth, the entire world with no select. Shalom to the Yahawah who are listening and learning. You few sisters who are listening and learning, Lord was edifying. The next time I say Shalom, throughout to the name, may Yahawashi Yahawashi continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. Shalom.
Hope this is edifying. Shalom to the overlooked Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Native American, West Indian, Haitians. Gotta give all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone who teach well. This is sincere salutation to all the y'all can push in this truth, believing in the truth, cause four corners of the earth. This is sincere salutation for the y'all and all that have been tuning in. This is Michael defending the truth and Israel for eternity. And we'll see you next time. Shalom.